Hello, Immortal News family, and welcome back to our channel. In the last 24 hours, we have received the somber news of the passing of extraordinary talents, and today's episode is dedicated to honoring their memory. Before we start, we kindly ask for your support. If this video or the legacies of these remarkable individuals have touched your life, please consider giving this video a thumbs up as a sign of respect and remembrance. Thank you. Number 7. There was no part John couldn't play, and no room he couldn't fill with grace, said a fellow actor upon hearing the news. That sentiment captures the spirit and legacy of John Woodvine, whose voice, presence, and timeless performances captivated audiences for over 70 years. John passed away peacefully at the age of 96. His death marks the close of one of British theatre and television's most enduring careers. Born in South Shields and trained at the Royal Academy of Dramatic Art, John began his journey humbly, once working as a lab assistant before embracing a life on stage. What followed was a remarkable career that spanned classic Shakespeare, modern drama, TV police shows, and cult cinema. He made a striking impression as Detective Inspector Whitty in the iconic BBC series Z Cars. On the big screen, many will remember him as the investigating doctor in An American Werewolf in London, a performance both commanding and quietly refined. Yet it was the theater where John's heart truly thrived. With over 70 productions at venues like the Old Vic, National Theatre, and the Royal Shakespeare Company, his roles, from Banquo in Macbeth to his Olivier Award-winning turn in The Henrys, left audiences in awe. John had a special gift, a voice that could rattle rafters and a gaze that held truth. He brought depth to authority figures, warmth to kings, and life to every line he spoke. His performances in shows like The Crown, Midsummer Murders, and Ennis Men displayed a lasting commitment to craft. He remained deeply connected to the stage, performing well into later life with dignity and joy. Colleagues often spoke of his professionalism and kindness. His agent, Phil Belfield, said it best: "John was greatly admired by all and will be sadly missed and fondly remembered. He is survived by his wife, actress Lynn Farley, and by his daughters Mary and Emma. His love for his work never dimmed, and neither did the respect he earned from those who knew him. John Woodvine didn't just play roles, he elevated them, reminding us of acting's power to move hearts across time. His legacy will live on through his many unforgettable performances, tributes to John Woodvine." Number 6. It wasn't about being the loudest voice in the room, it was about listening, lifting, and loving, a castmate once said of Ben Lewis. That quiet strength, paired with his sharp wit and open heart, made him unforgettable. Ben passed away at the age of 37, following a brief and sudden illness. The loss feels heavier than words can say, especially for those who saw how he brought light into rooms and honesty to every role he played. Audiences first connected with Ben through his portrayal of William Clayton in the later seasons of a beloved superhero series, but he was never limited to one genre. In theater, on screen, and behind the scenes, Ben chose characters that mattered, figures layered with emotion, humor, and truth. A proud member of the LGBTQ+ community, Ben used his platform to advocate for visibility and acceptance. His voice, thoughtful, passionate, sometimes pointed, was essential to progress, especially for younger fans who found comfort in his courage. He balanced his public work with kindness in private moments. Friends describe him as fiercely loyal, endlessly curious, and someone who remembered the little things that made others feel seen. He brought warmth to sets and sparked joy even in routine days. Ben also shared much of his life with his husband, fellow actor Blake Lee. Their relationship was marked by laughter, support, and deep partnership, an example of love that inspired many. Writer and producer Caroline Dries said, "Ben showed up, on screen and in life, with integrity. He had a way of making you feel safe and challenged, often in the same breath. Though his time with us was far too short, Ben's legacy lives on in the stories he helped tell, the people he helped heal, and the boldness he brought to being himself. Tributes to Ben Lewis. Number 5. It's not about showing reality as it is, Xavier Durringer once said. It's about revealing what lies underneath. His stories did just that, lifting the curtain on politics, power, and people with honesty and heart. Xavier Durringer, the visionary French filmmaker, screenwriter, and playwright, passed away suddenly at age 61 from a heart attack at his home in L'Isle-sur-la-Sorgue. His passing leaves behind a powerful silence in French cinema and theater. For more than 30 years, Durringer shaped the world of storytelling with a voice both sharp and deeply human. He first captured attention with the musical drama Jeanne et le Garçon Formidable, but it was The Conquest that marked a turning point in his career. The bold depiction of Nicolas Sarkozy's rise stunned audiences and critics alike. Released while Sarkozy was still in power, the film offered an unflinching look into French politics. It received César nominations and earned recognition at Cannes. Durringer wasn't afraid to take risks. His work often tackled tough subjects with grace, whether shining a light on de-radicalization in award-winning TV films or portraying the loneliness behind public power. Yet beneath the drama and intrigue was always a deep empathy. Colleagues described him as generous, thoughtful, and always curious. He collaborated with talents like writer Patrick Rotman and composer Nicola Piovani, building stories that moved beyond headlines. He also mentored a new generation of creators, encouraging voices too often overlooked. His agent called him an immense author. Tributes from across France praised the sensitivity found in every page of his scripts and the depth within every frame he directed. More than a dozen films and television projects bear his name, each marked by his unwavering commitment to truth. Xavier Durringer's legacy doesn't end with his passing. It lives on through the filmmakers he inspired, the conversations he started, and the worlds he invited us to explore. Tributes to Xavier Durringer. Number 4. I think people need escape, Jilly Cooper once said. I like to write fun for grown-ups. With that joyful mission, she wrote her way into the hearts of millions. Jilly Cooper, the sparkling voice behind the Rutshire Chronicles and countless witty columns, passed away at 88 after a fall at her Gloucestershire home. For over 5 decades, Jilly chronicled the messy, glamorous, and often hilarious lives of Britain's elite, real or imagined, with a wicked grin and a generous heart. Her most iconic character, Rupert Campbell Black, galloped through pages starting with riders, thrilling readers hungry for mischief and romance. The 2024 Disney Plus adaptation of Rivals brought Cooper's world to a new generation, proving her stories never faded. Altogether, she penned over 40 books, each stamped with her signature sparkle, sharp insight, and affection for flawed but lovable characters. Long before her novels topped bestseller lists, she built a reputation as a bold, funny journalist with the Sunday Times. Her columns spoke honestly about married life, social class, and the quirks of British society, earning her a loyal following well before fiction became her playground. Friends and fans alike remember Jilly for her humor, warmth, and boundless curiosity. Whether writing about horses or heartaches, she never lost her mischievous energy. Queen Camilla called her a legend and a wonderfully witty and compassionate friend. Keir Starmer praised her as a literary force, whose words brought joy to millions. And Rishi Sunak described her as a storyteller whose wit and love of character brightened countless lives. Jilly Cooper leaves behind 2 children, 5 grandchildren, and a legacy stitched into British literary history. Her stories gave readers permission to laugh, to dream, and to embrace the messy wonder of life. She made us believe that even in chaos, love, often steamy, sometimes scandalous, could prevail. She may be gone, but her champagne sparkle storytelling lives on. Tributes to Jilly Cooper. Number 3. He wasn't the loudest voice in the room, but everyone listened when Bobby Allen spoke. Known for his grit, wisdom, and fiercely independent spirit, Bobby built more than a racing career. He built a movement. Fans called him Scruffy, friends knew him as the Outlaw, and competitors simply called him one of the best to ever do it. Bobby Allen passed away peacefully at the age of 80 after a period of declining health. His absence leaves a deep void in the sprint car racing world, where he was not just respected, but revered. He first grabbed attention in the late 60s, not for flash, but for fearless racing and a relentless work ethic. By 1968, he had built his own car and was blazing his own trail. He became a founding member of the World of Outlaws, a tour that helped define modern sprint car racing. Over the years, Bobby collected more than 270 wins, each one earned with sweat, skill, and belief in doing things his way. But Bobby's true gift wasn't just winning, it was building. He built his own cars, his own legacy, and a racing family that continues to compete today. His son Jacob and grandson Logan are proud carriers of the Allen name on the track. Fellow driver and friend once said, "He's been the biggest single influence on my racing life." That influence wasn't just about mechanics or speed, it came from Bobby's example. His courage, his innovation, his heart. He knew that winning was great, but lifting others up, that was greatness. Bobby Allen was inducted into both the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and the Maritime Motorsports Hall of Fame, accolades he accepted with his usual humility. Those who knew him will remember the twinkle in his eye, the smudge of grease on his hands, and the way he led from the seat of a homemade car. He didn't follow rules, he changed them. Bobby Allen's spirit won't fade with the checkered flag. It will echo each time the engine roars to life, each time a driver dares to believe they can build something great. Tributes to Bobby Allen. Number 2, she broke down barriers with grace and lit the path for others to follow. Ann B. Walker, a force in broadcasting and a beloved community leader, passed away peacefully at the age of 101. Her life's journey was one of resilience, vision, and service to others. Born and raised in Columbus, Ohio, Ann's passion for storytelling led her to a pioneering career in radio and television that spanned more than 50 years. She was the first woman to hold a management position at WLWC-TV, now NBC4, and the first woman ever to report from the Ohio State Legislature, milestones that changed the face of journalism in her time. Beyond Ohio, her voice reached national platforms when President Jimmy Carter appointed her as a special assistant in the White House Public Affairs Office. But even with national recognition, Ann never forgot her roots. She mentored young journalists, supported local organizations, and brought community voices to the spotlight. Her interviews with changemakers, including Martin Luther King Jr. and President Carter, reflected not just her professionalism, but her deep understanding of the power of the press. Ann's influence wasn't limited to journalism. With her grace and wisdom, she earned the honorary title of Queen Mother of Mozano Village in Ghana, recognizing her lifelong commitment to cultural connection and leadership. She was also a proud inductee of the Ohio Women's Hall of Fame, honoring her tireless contributions. In her family life, Anne was a devoted mother of 4, and many said her warmth and wisdom made her feel like family to everyone she met. Her passing marks the end of a chapter, but her story will continue to inspire generations in the worlds of media, civic engagement, and beyond. She always made people feel seen and heard, one former colleague shared. That was the heart of her gift. Anne B. Walker leaves behind a legacy of courage, compassion, and unshakable commitment to truth and community. Her voice may be silent now, but her impact resounds louder than ever. Tributes to Anne B. Walker. What's trending on the internet? News 1. Brittany Cartwright, known and loved by many from the Valley and Vanderpump Rules, recently took a big step for her well-being. At 36, as she navigates life's ups and downs, including her divorce from Jax Taylor, Brittany shared an inspiring update with fans, posting a candid photo showing her recovery after undergoing a plastic surgery procedure. While she hasn't confirmed the exact details, many believe she's had a mommy makeover, possibly including a tummy tuck and breast work, something she's wanted for years. With her supportive 4-year-old son Cruz by her side, picking flowers and showering her with hugs, Brittany's spirit shines through as she recovers. Her message is about more than appearance. It's about making choices for health and happiness and embracing a new chapter with courage. Friends and fellow cast members have filled her post with heartfelt encouragement, reminding her and us that every journey towards self-care deserves celebration. Brittany's openness not only resonates with those facing similar challenges, but reminds us all that taking positive steps for ourselves can light the path forward. As she looks ahead, Brittany's strength and authenticity will continue to inspire, honoring the legacy she builds for her family and fans alike. News 2. There's something truly moving about the courage people show in tough times. Golf champion Brooks Koepka and his wife Gina Sims, a devoted philanthropist and mother, recently shared some very personal news with their friends, fans, and community. At just 36 years old, Gina revealed they endured the heartbreak of a pregnancy loss at 16 weeks. The announcement, made with openness and compassion, reminded everyone that so many families face similar struggles in silence. In her heartfelt message, Gina reflected on the quiet grief so many parents carry and spoke about the importance of supporting women's reproductive health. Brooks and Gina's journey as parents has already required immense strength. Their first child, Crew, born in 2023, arrived prematurely and bravely overcame early health hurdles. Now, as they navigate this new loss, they continue to inspire others simply by sharing their truth and hope for the future. Through their honesty and resilience, Brooks and Gina remind us all that every family endures challenges and that leaning on love and community can light the way forward. They'll be remembered for their strength, their hope, and the comfort they offer to others walking a similar path. News 3. Sometimes even the most experienced among us face unimaginable challenges, as we saw this weekend in Nashville, Tennessee, where a day meant for adventure took a heartbreaking turn for a local skydiving instructor. Nashville's first responders were called to the woods near Ashland City Highway Saturday afternoon when a student skydiver, making his very first jump, found himself stuck high in the trees after his parachute opened. Fire crews sprang into action, using multiple ladders and an arborist's gear to rescue the young man, who luckily was found awake, alert, and in stable condition, despite being suspended about 50 feet off the ground for hours. Authorities later confirmed the tragic news that the instructor, a well-trained, 35-year-old professional, had become separated from his student during the tandem jump and was later found in a clearing in the woods, not attached to a parachute. Our thoughts go out to his family, friends, and the close-knit skydiving community during this difficult time. His name has not yet been released, but those who knew him have described a dedicated instructor committed to safety and helping others experience the thrill of flight. The company involved, Go Skydive Nashville, is fully cooperating with a federal investigation and has expressed deep sorrow for the loss. 3 other skydivers from the same jump landed safely, and the plane returned without incident, a small comfort in the midst of sadness. Stories like this remind us all of the courage and camaraderie found in professions where people dedicate their lives to serving others, often making dreams come true with every jump. As our community honors this instructor's legacy, we remember not only the joy he brought to so many, but also the important reminders to cherish each moment, support one another in times of loss, and look out for the safety of those who help us leap into new adventures. News 4. Imagine living long enough to see airplanes soar overhead, television become a household staple, and the wonders of the internet connecting us all. João Marinho Neto, now celebrated as the world's oldest living man at 113 years old, has experienced it all, right from his home in Brazil. As João marked his 113th birthday, he shared his heartfelt secret to a long and happy life. Take each day as it comes, with gratitude and a smile. Friends and family gathered to honor João's incredible milestone, reflecting on his wisdom, warm sense of humor, and the kindness he's shown across generations. Through all of life's ups and downs, João says it's faith, laughter, and staying connected with loved ones that have carried him so far. His story is a gentle reminder to cherish the everyday moments and find joy in simple blessings. As the world celebrates João Marinho Neto, his remarkable journey inspires all of us to face the years ahead with hope, heart, and a little bit of that contagious Brazilian cheer. News 5. What an emotional moment in the world of social media, as we remember influencer Rafaela Del Bianchi, who has passed away at just 27 years old. Rafaela, who inspired millions with her uplifting posts and radiant positivity, left a unique mark on her community, both online and in real life. Known for celebrating life's everyday joys and encouraging honest conversations, she built a loyal following that felt like family to her. Rafaela's heartwarming smile and encouraging words helped so many people feel seen and supported in their own journeys. While news of her passing is difficult to hear, countless fans are coming together to celebrate her spirit, share stories, and honor the kindness she brought to the world. Her legacy reminds us to cherish those around us, brighten someone's day, and keep spreading hope and compassion, just as she always did. Rafaela will be remembered not only for her digital influence, but for the genuine warmth she shared with everyone she met. Number 1. His smile could light up a room, and his passion lit up the internet. Adair Mendes Dutra Jr., lovingly known to many as Junior Dutra, had a way of making people feel seen. Whether through his glowing makeup tutorials or heartfelt stories shared with his audience, he brought a sense of warmth to everything he did. Born in Minas Gerais, Brazil, Junior rose to recognition as a prominent voice in beauty and fashion. His content spoke to over 100,000 followers online, each drawn in by his talent, humor, and honesty. He wasn't just someone who followed trends, he set them. Junior's makeup tips were more than cosmetic advice. They were little acts of empowerment. His dedication to educating his audience while keeping things fun and vibrant made him a favorite in the creator community. But beyond the lens, he was a friend, a fighter, a light in people's lives. Colleagues often praised his generosity and kindness. One fellow influencer wrote, "Junior always checked in, he cared, he made our community feel like family. He was authentic, fearless, and always evolving. Even in his struggles, he remained open with his followers, using his own experiences to educate others." His final months were marked by vulnerability and courage, as he shared his story after complications from a cosmetic procedure known as fox eyes. At just 31 years old, Junior Dutra passed away, leaving behind not only a devoted fan base but also a legacy of honesty, creativity, and joy. He reminded us that beauty comes in many forms, and it's most powerful when shared from the heart. His memory will continue to live on in the videos he created, the messages he spread, and the many people he inspired along the way. Tributes to Adair Mendes Dutra Jr. Kimberly's talent lit up every room and every scene. She had a gift for making the people around her better.